Welcome back, YouTube. We're doing a price update, or at least a price move update for Dogecoin here, and I wanted to cover a few things that have happened since our last video. One, we were talking about shorts. This is the chart that I have up right now, and we have seen an uptick in shorts, which is to be expected. Why? Because we haven't had that breakdown in price. Once Doge starts threatening to get out of that range, you'll typically see a response from shorts. So nothing significant, but we have seen a steady increase in the amount of short pressure, but nothing that has caused Doge to break trend. And the trend that I'm speaking of here is Doge is actually trending along the 200-day moving average. That's this red line here. Doge is trending along the 200-day moving average. Now, what is happening here is the short-term moving average, the 14-day, which is this yellow line here, because Doge is trending along it, or pretty much trending sideways, which is not a breakdown, not a break up. And what we're seeing here is this curve that's happening, this very steep incline here that's really even curving right along the previous trend that we had until the uptick. It's getting ready to cross the 200-day moving average. That's known as the golden cross. When you have a short-term moving average cross a long-term moving average, that in general is a bullish signal. So we've seen the 14-day cross the 72-day, which is this orange line here, which is the 72-day. The 14 is the yellow. We had that cross right about here on July 18th, and then we saw the uptick that happened after that. And we're getting ready to do a second cross here. So that is indicative here. It's kind of projecting that there's going to be another swing upward if we do, in fact, get this cross. So that's something to look forward to. As of right now, we have to kind of see where this is going to play out and see if the shorts are going to increase pressure and stuff like that to try and get Doge to break trend. And then you can kind of see like a curve in the opposite direction. But as of right now, this is all set. Everything that we talked about in the last video, and the climb to which has been historically accurate to around 10 cents. Everything's still a go. Everything is still projecting that. And as a matter of fact, we're getting ready to have another confirmation that we can expect another swing upward. So that is ultimately a really good sign here. So where from here could we expect to kind of like the brakes to get pumped, or when can we start seeing resistance? So chart wise, yes, around 9.5, 10 cents, that's going to be where you'll start to see a lot of people will start taking profit and stuff like that. But I'd say immediately, if we got a golden cross here and start to see that swing up, I think that we're going to see some bigger spikes with Doge shorts. So let's go back over here. Because you see these little lines here where these spikes at, these are responses to some of the big movements that you have with that kind of let's say coexist, but is a parallel to Dogecoin's price action, right? So right now you're seeing steady pressure, and just kind of like adding a little bit day by day, just trying to kind of pump the brakes here. Once we have that initial next leg up, you can kind of expect a spike, probably something similar to this. You'll have like a retraction here where they kind of exit some positions, but you can expect probably a green candle like this. And this is going to align with a lot of traders and stuff like that. It's going to kind of slow the momentum, and you will see some people try and take profit and stuff like that because they're getting in around 5 to 6 cents. And some of those crashes around like 6 cents. So they're getting 40% returns and stuff like that. So for people who are flipping and stuff, they are okay with that percentage. And then shorts will try and come in and get it back down to that range that we talked about. Let me show you the range here. I'm just kind of giving you, mapping out the play, because I've seen it so much now. I can kind of give you an idea. So once here, they're going to try and map it out and kill the momentum, get people to either stop buying altogether or get enough people to kind of take profit or panic sell and try and get Doge back down around here. But typically it's a harder process. It's rare that it's a quick sell-off, right? This is the Elon purchase here. That was the last time where you've seen kind of like a huge gap fill, but which is because we had the gap up. But ultimately, it can seem like things are slow and stagnant now. But I promise you, when it comes down to being in a position and stuff like that, you'd rather have this little slow stair step up versus something like this. Those of you who follow my channel, you guys know how I feel about gaps. Typically they get filled and it's very quick, normally quicker than any, stop loss or you watching your stock, your asset and stuff like that. So if you're looking for more stability for long term, this is what you're going to want here versus these walls. So these are fun, but also you just kind of have to be prepared for the opposite of that to happen. So this here, it's gaining support here before its next leg up. That's fine, because if we do see a panic sell or a big sell off here, we can look back to this and say, hey, we can possibly have some re-entries around this point versus this just being a gap up from here. And we say, oh, okay, well, shorts are coming in, traders and stuff are getting ready to take profit. Where can we expect some kind of like resistance here to this fall? Oh my God, it's way back down here at around 7 cents. So, just kind of think about that when you're mapping things out to kind of play your coin for like the next few years. Let's take a look here at BTC, see if it's saying anything different. I don't believe so. Yeah, it's kind of still bouncing off of the 72, in between the 72 and the 14. Now, just what we're looking at with Doge is getting ready to position for a golden cross. If this continues, because it looks like it's kind of smoothing out now, kind of like what Doge is doing, going sideways. But if we get this cross here to the downside, that is going to be very similar, and that's known as a death cross. So that's known as you can typically expect a sell-off for Bitcoin at that point. So just kind of keep that in mind going forward, as you could see some liquidity leave the market if Bitcoin gets that sell off there. But there's still a ways off here. There's still a significant gap here, and it's looking like it's come close to it a few times. Price action, not the actual short-term moving indicator, but it's bounced off of it a few times. So it's kind of using it as support. So that's a ways off. Nothing to kind of be concerned about just yet, but just kind of keep that on your radar. So that is my Dogecoin price update, general market analysis. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Thank you, and I will see you guys in the next video.